In today's workshop at the Co-working Club in Nottingham, we have talked about all things courage, self-belief and confidence. And I wanted to share with you guys, those of you who didn't manage to make it to join us today, one of the exercises that we did in talking about how we can build that sense of self-belief and confidence. Now, before I share this with you, I appreciate there's going to be a high possibility of a significant piss take here, excuse the French, on my artistic capabilities. Now, if you saw my blog post yesterday, my Instagram LinkedIn post yesterday, you will know that I was actively discouraged from taking art by the art teacher for GCSE. And in a moment, you're going to see why. So, when we're talking about self-belief, courage and confidence, there are two really important voices that we talk about when we're thinking about how can we increase our levels of confidence, how can we try and encourage that sense of self-belief. One is the inner critic. So that's that voice, that's that negative, difficult voice that is overwhelmingly the one that most of us hear more often. That's the inner voice that tells us we're not good enough, we can't do it, it won't work, and so on and so forth. So many of us hear that voice consistently, and that's why we might limit our choices that we make. It undermines our sense of self-confidence and self-belief, which means that potentially it could impact the amount of success or our ability to achieve things that we put our minds to. Yesterday, I asked you to think about what does your inner critic look like? What does that inner voice look like? And if you remember, mine was kind of channeling that like Cyril Sneer from the Raccoons vibe. Anyone else an 80s baby but a 90s child may well remember that cartoon. He's miserly, he's difficult, in my head, he's overwhelming, he's big, he's grey, he's miserable, he spits when he talks, he's angry, he's frustrated, all of those sorts of things. Well, today, my challenge to you is to think about what does your inner cheerleader look like? So each of us has both the inner critic and the inner cheerleader, but often we don't listen to or acknowledge the inner cheerleader. So the inner cheerleader is something or someone, a concept that is positive, energizing, uplifting, empowering. It's that voice in your head, it's that character that encourages you to think anything is possible. So I have drawn for you, drum roll please, my inner cheerleader. And for me, it's a bit more of an abstract concept. Get ready, guys. This is my inner cheerleader. Told you it was great. Told you I should have done GCSE art. Okay, so let me talk you through. You're probably looking at that being like, what the bloody hell have you drawn there, JJ? Okay, so for me, this is a window. So it's an open window, and as you can see here, the curtains are blowing in the breeze. It's a really sunny, bright day. There are curtains with lovely spots and things on them. It's opening out onto the grass or opening out onto a view potentially of the seaside. And I've got beautiful pink peonies in a vase here that really are my favourite flowers that give me that sense of possibility. The reason I share this with you is just to consider actually what this represents for me. So the fact that the windows are open, that gives me that sense of freedom. I can breathe. There's a sense of possibility there. It's that sense of, you're not confined, you're not stuck, you're not trapped in something. The sunshine really represents for me that sense of growth. I am anyway, I'm a real sunshine baby. So thinking about actually, when it's warm, you feel more content, you feel like anything's possible, you feel like that softness in your bones, in your body, you feel that you can achieve things. The view, the idea of nature, so greenery or the seaside, maybe the sea, it's that sense of being grounded, feeling as though you belong, feeling as though you are reassured by what's around you. And then you'll notice the peonies in the vases here. There's a couple of things here. One is the smell, one is that sense of, adopting all of the different senses, but then also the fact that they're pink, as you can tell by my clipboard, really demonstrating those things that give me that sense of energy, sense of positivity, sense of empowerment. But really the most powerful element of this is that sense of possibility. It's freedom because the windows are open. I'm not trapped. I'm not stuck. It's that sense of the sun's out. I want to be outside. I'm connected with nature. And also this idea that, it's a fresh start, if you like, thinking about the sort of symbolism of the spring-like flowers. So yeah, that is my inner inner cheerleader, when I think about something shining down on me, something encouraging me, I get a sense of warmth, a sense of possibility from this. I'm quite a spiritual person, so to me this sunshine and the rays that come through the window really demonstrate that, you know, we are smaller than what's around us, but there's that sense of possibility and warmth coming through from the environment, from the universe, encouraging me forwards. So my beautiful inner cheerleader, I might frame it, what do you reckon? For my office. But what I'd love to know is, what does your inner cheerleader look like? It might be a person, it might be a concept, it might just be a feeling, it might be colourful, it might not be. I'd really love to know, if you were to draw your inner cheerleader, what would he, she, they, it look like, and what does it represent for you?